For today's educational moment, I would like to share an insight from New York Times best-selling author Seth Godin, who happens to be a master juggler and uses the art of juggling to prove an important point that we can all apply to our businesses and our personal lives to improve our outcomes. Learning to juggle requires one simple insight: catching the ball isn't the point. All great jugglers know that the hard part isn't catching, it's throwing. Specifically, throwing to the right spot every time. And so to become a great juggler, one must practice the throw. Throw, drop, throw, drop, throw, drop. And yes, those are cute little hedgehogs. 10 times, 20 times, 100, even thousands great jugglers master the throw. People who fail to learn to juggle always fail because they're lunging to catch the next ball because it wasn't thrown to the right spot. Once you lunge for a ball, you're out of position for the next throw, and then the whole thing falls apart. Now, how does this relate to you and me and to our businesses? Personally, speaking from experience, back in the day, I became conditioned to make the catch, to hurdle whatever was in the way to save the day, no matter what, not drop the ball. I became good at putting out fires, closing challenging transactions no matter what and at all costs. It became exhausting, and quite frankly, I didn't enjoy what I did. But it didn't have to be that way, not if I had started the process correctly in the beginning by throwing to the correct spot. What does that look like for me, for my business? It looks like correctly pre-underwriting income of a borrower. It means knowing the guidelines and requirements of a specific investor. It means setting proper expectations for timing with all the parties involved. It means keeping my team accountable to meet certain deadlines during a transaction. It means hiring the right people who already know how to throw the ball to the right spot. Now, what does it mean for you and to your business to be throwing to the right spot? Maybe it's learning to organize and prioritize your day based on the highest producing activities. Maybe it's training ourselves to ignore distractions, or maybe setting our work environment up so it effectively avoids those distractions altogether. Maybe it's arranging our database and our marketing initiatives so we can make more throws in less time, and those throws always hit the right spot. Maybe it's changing habits, like going to bed sooner, waking up earlier, eating better food, less sugar, meditating in the morning, taking care of our bodies and our minds so we are better prepared for meetings and for calls. If we spend our time and our energy and focus on catching, saving the day, it's inevitable that our throws are going to suffer. We'll get plenty of positive feedback for the catches we make, but we'll always be behind because we have to manage to make ever less useful and constantly missing the mark. On the other hand, pun intended, if we get better throwing, the catches take care of themselves. For me personally, if my team pre-qualifies a borrower correctly up front, we avoid income-related challenges in the future. Catching the ball is easy because it was thrown where it was supposed to be caught. If I set proper expectations and keep others accountable to meet those expectations, then there won't be surprises in the future when deadlines don't get met. Catching the ball is easy because it was thrown where it was supposed to be caught. The only way to get better at throwing, though, is to throw. Practice how to throw. Get good at throwing. If you get good enough at throwing, the catching takes care of itself. It doesn't always work, but it always works better than any other approach. Our work is about throwing. The catching will take care of itself. Thank you, everyone. I'm Todd Galdi with Cross Country Mortgage, and that is your educational moment for the day.